other people from your team. And a question's proposed, a very simple question. What do you think of the changes we've implemented? What are your thoughts on the new technology? And you look around the room and no one says anything. In fact, you notice and people's heads are down. And you know what they're thinking because you're thinking the same thing. Please don't call me. Please don't call me. Please don't call me. You cannot see me. I am not here.
Leadership that wins equals a team that can. Ready? And you can get into it. Yes, already. Yes, ready? So leadership that wins equals a team that can. Leadership that wins equals a team that can.
Well, oftentimes when you say communication, people think of communication as external communication. What happens between two people. But before you can have effective external communication, you've got to get clear on your internal communication. Our internal dialogue is the foundation for everything we do. So leadership, communication, communicating with patients, interacting with other people, building strong relationships, literally everything you do. And oftentimes, it's the last thing we think about. So what are you saying to yourself about yourself? We have that conversation with ourselves. Sometimes it looks like this. I can't do that. Ooh, I'm not as good as she is. I can't catch on to things very quickly, so I really don't want to change. I don't want to try that. So what is it you're saying to yourself about yourself? Because that can either hold you back or you can use it to help you. We want it to help you starting today. We are going to help you out and play a game. Who's excited about that? We are playing Pictionary.
What was challenging about drawing? The courage to go up here. But I fight so strong to get up here. If I get up here, I need it. Got me up here tonight.
People who drew represent our internal conversation. So whether we're communicating with someone through a picture or verbally, what do we say to ourselves about ourselves, right? I don't have the courage, but I got the courage to come up here. I wasn't sure how to do it, meaning I'm not sure how to draw confidence, so let me kind of figure it out along the way. How our internal communication directly affects something we do every day, and that's our external communication. So the people guessing were the people guessing on our communications, right? So it was, I wasn't sure what that is. I'm not sure what you're saying. So I'm going to assume what you're saying, which often happens with communication. We don't ask clarifying questions, and we say, oh, okay, yeah, I got that. And you leave, and you're like, I have no idea what they want. What were they talking about? And so our brain automatically starts assuming and filling in the blanks. And then we go out and act on that assumption, and then maybe we were wrong, or we were totally off. They're like, that's not what I wanted at all. That's what you said. No, that's not what I said. And then communication breaks down. So with that in mind, what is your biggest communication issue at work? We're going to take just a minute and you can write that down. Way in the back.
Our doctor. It starts with our doctor.
What about your doctor?
Well, making clear communication from what they want to the staff.
Articulating what they want, right? So think of it this way. If you are a fast-paced, task-oriented person, and you're communicating with someone who's average-paced people person, right? So fast-paced, task-oriented, the receiver is average-paced people person. The person's going to say, I want this done, this time, by this person. It is bullet point format. And the receiver's like, wait, what? I need to know why you want that done, why you picked that person, and more details on how you even came up with that to begin with. You want all the details, and you may even be thinking, why is he mad at me? What did I do? But if you flip it around and you are average-paced people person talking to someone who is fast-paced, task-oriented, and you're giving all the details and all the intricacies, and you want to sit down and tell them everything about it, like what they should be wearing, what the color of their shoes are, every single thing, he's thinking, she does not respect my time. I don't have time to listen to this. What is your point? Because you will lose that person after about 2 minutes of talking.
Her presentation was phenomenal. We only had her maybe an hour and 20 minutes. I want more. I actually purchased one of her books. I ran up on the stage and got one of her other books. So if you really want to understand negative feelings and negative actions and how to handle those, you need to hire Jessica.
She is so visually engaging, and she gets everybody in the audience to participate. So there's no way you can't be engaged the entire time. And the activities that we did really struck a chord with me and struck home because of the different types of people that we work with in our industry and have to communicate with, and half the time they glaze over and we glaze over, and so it was great to be able to visually see some of the activities that we did and how different everybody could interpret that. So thanks very much, Jessica.
How many people in here in the work practice or in any work situation has ever dealt with a negative Nancy or a toxic Tim? You may be dealing with it, right? 2 hands go up. You may be dealing with it right now, right? And what it does is it spreads the team. It makes builds a gap in you guys. And negative attitudes directly come from our negative thoughts. But people who have negative attitudes don't recognize that they're coming from negative thoughts. And so negative attitudes will not go away on their own. And a lot of people think they will. Ooh, just ignore it, it's going to go away, it's going to work itself out. It won't. It has to be addressed. And the way to address it is through courageous conversation. For those of you who have not, I recommend everybody take the love language test. Everybody have their people take the love language test. And then after you do that, nothing will change. Because the only way things are going to change is if you act on the information you found out. So everybody at the office takes it, you exchange information, let everybody else know what everybody else's love language is, and then implement it. How can you engage your team more? I want you to speak with about 2 or 3 people for just a minute and share an idea of how you can better engage your team in different situations. So when you create that culture, your people will follow you anywhere.